You want to go to the bathroom, your switch is on the outside, you turn it on, you enter, do what you need to do, you come out, you're just about to leave, and oops, you realize you left your light on. Happens often, right? That's exactly what an indicator light in a switch is for. You'll often find these switches on bathroom and toilet lights, outdoor lighting, basements, attics, basically anywhere the light isn't directly visible from the switch. In this video, I'll show you how these switches work. First, we'll go through the basic principles step by step so you understand what's happening electrically, and then we'll install a few different types of these switches so you can wire this in pretty much any setup. So here we have a basic lighting circuit. Neutral goes directly to the light, live goes to the switch, and then back to the light. Simple and standard. Now what we want is this: when the main light is on, we also want a small indicator lamp at the switch to turn on. Electrically, that just means that both lights are powered at the same time. So even though they are in different locations and look different, they are wired the same way, in parallel. That means both lights receive the same live from the switched output, and obviously both lights share the same neutral. So let's wire that. So we take the neutral from the light, the breaker, or a junction point, it doesn't matter electrically, and connect it to one side of the indicator lamp. Then we connect the other end of a lamp to the switched output. Power on. So to summarize it clearly, neutral goes both to the main light and the indicator. Live goes into the switch output feeds both the main light and the indicator. So whenever the switch sends power to the light, it also powers the indicator. If you understand this, you'll understand all of the indicator switches. Alright, let's install this switch a few times over with different models. First I'll remove this switch, but before that we turn the power off. Power off. I know this is the corresponding circuit breaker, but I will still check on the switch. Alright, power off. Pop the cover off. I'll test again with a 2-pole tester to make sure that there's no power here. Just testing between live and neutral. Nothing. Alright, so those few indicator switches being 3, including our old model. We have an old switch, one side is a switch mechanism, the other side is an indicator module. This model is from the 90s, I guess, or early 2000s. And 2 newer models, a model from Schneider Electric with its indicator module, goes inside the switch. I'll show you later how. Now Legrand model with an integrated neutral terminal, which makes things easy to wire, and its indicator module. It's a bit of a puzzle, but it's like that in France. You just buy separate pieces and assemble them yourself. It's more flexible that way, actually. I prefer it. So the Schneider model comes with a mechanism, a cover, and an indicator module. You buy them all separate. But this Legrand one comes with 5 different pieces: a support, mechanism, cover for the mechanism, a switch cover plate, and an indicator module. You clip your mechanism into the support, and we'll stop on that. Let's go install them. Here we have 3 wires: a live, a return to the switch, and a neutral. On the switch itself, on one side is a switch module, on the other side is an indicator module. On the switch you have 3 terminals: an input, live, and 2 outputs. You would use both outputs for 2-way switches, which is not our case. We only use one output. So live, red, to L terminal, and our switched live terminal number 1, which also connects to one side of an indicator lamp. So now on an indicator module you have 2 terminals, one for the neutral, one for the switched output. So when you connect to the switched output, you're gonna bridge them. And it doesn't matter to which you connect the neutral and to which you connect the switched output, there's no polarity. Live to L. Switched live to one of the output terminals, but we also need to feed an indicator light from here, so we'll use a little piece of wire as a bridge. So again, it doesn't matter to which terminal. On an indicator lamp, we'll connect to this one, the closer one. And our neutral to the other terminal for indicator module. So this is wired the same way that we did on the table. Fold the wires. Clip the cover. Turn the power on. And it works as it should. Now we move to a model from Schneider, where you install a small indicator lamp inside the switch. On the switch you have 3 terminals, one for live input, 2 switched outputs. We ignore the third switched output and connect our output to this one, as well as one side of an indicator lamp. And the other side we connect to the neutral. First we install the indicator module, lift this cover off. We feed the wires through this hole, through the middle hole. Clip the module in place and put the cover back. Now I'll just straighten these wires and strip this insulation a bit longer. Here it says strip 12 millimeters of insulation. So we'll do that. Straighten the wires a bit more, because if they're not straight, they can get stuck in these automatic terminals. If you want to remove the switch after, it could be difficult. Live to L. One side of the indicator lamp to the output terminal. These wires are very thin, you can't just stab them in, you need to press this lever. Push the wire in. Then you switch the output. You just push it in the other hole. Now the other side of the indicator lamp goes with the neutral, goes to the neutral. We just connect them with a connector like Wago. So again the same thing. Live to live input, switch the output both to the light and to the indicator lamp, which is inside, and neutral to the indicator lamp and of course to the light. Feed the cover. Turn the power on. Okay, this indicator lamp on this model is not very visible, especially not on the camera, but there it is. Okay, well, let's see if the next model will have a better lamp. Power off again. So a modular system from Legrand. What is handy here? You have an integrated neutral terminal, a live input and 2 switched outputs. Your lamp, you simply stab into these holes. But look at this. You have N and 2 where you will connect your lamp to. It doesn't matter which way you turn it, it will always fit in N and 2. So one side will fit to the neutral and the other side will fit to the terminal number 2. Which means that your output wire needs to connect to the terminal number 2, not 1. Otherwise your indicator lamp will be on when the light is off. Live to L terminal. I hope you can see it, wires are a bit short, so I can't rotate the switch. Your neutral to neutral terminal. And you switch the output to the terminal number 2, where your other end of an indicator lamp connects to. Alright, as you might notice with 2 other switches, in Europe is common, but not strictly required, that the switch is on in a down position and off in up position. So on all these models, if you connect your switched output to the terminal marked 2, and if you put it like this, right way up, now the switch will be on in an up position, and we want it down. So what we'll do, we'll simply rotate the switch like this. So your output terminal will be facing up. So the output terminal will be active, and it's always like that. The output terminal that is up is active when you press the switch down. So now it's off, now it's on. We feed the mechanism cover, so it has 3 holes for the light to shine through. I find it's easier to fit this part first, and then this ring around. And now a switch cover, I'll use this blue one because why not? It doesn't fit with anything, but okay. Power on. Yeah, this is much brighter. It actually serves its purpose. So well done, Legrand. I'll change this cover. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. Maybe white. By the way, Legrand doesn't pay me for this. Nobody pays me for anything. So again, same principle. So no matter the brand or country, all indicator switches work the same way. The indicator lamp is wired parallel with the main light, using neutral and switched live. Once you understand that, every model becomes easy to wire. Now one important thing, don't confuse these switches with the switches that glow in the dark. They're called locator switch, pilot switch, illuminated switch and so on. Those are wired differently and we'll cover them in the next video. I hope you found this useful, feel free to like and subscribe and see you in the next video.